Tracey. Tea time with Tracey. Come on in, come on in. Come on in, come on in. It's tea time with Tracey. Tea time with Tracey. Come on in, come on in. Come on in, come on in. Tea time with Tracey. Tea time with Tracey. Come on in, come on in. Come on in, come on in. It's tea time with Tracey. Tea time with Tracey. Come on in, come on in. Come on in, come on in. Hello, 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 hello. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Tea Time with Tracey. It's been a minute. How are you? How are you? I'm so glad to be with you on tonight. Good to see you, Patricia. Come on in. When you come on in, please share, 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 share. Oh, I'm so glad to see each and every one of you on tonight. Good to see you, my dear friend Jasmine. Yes, I'm a little late on tonight, but I am here. Please be sure to share on your timeline. Let them know that Tea Time with Tracey is here. I am back. I am ready. Let's talk. We got some things to talk about. I missed you all. Just give me a moment. Let me share on my page with everyone to let them know that I am here and I am back. I need you all. I'm so glad to see you as well. So glad to see you as well. But come on in, people. Come on in. Let's do this. We have much to talk about. I know you miss me because I certainly miss you. But come on in. Come on in. Let's do this. Let's talk. Tea time with Tracey. I am here. I am back in full demand. I am so glad to see you all. As you all know, I've been, yes, I'm sorry. It seems like I've been on a, what do they call it, a hiatus. But I have been on my grandma duty. I've been enjoying the birth of my brand new granddaughter, Rena. She is absolutely gorgeous, absolutely beautiful. And I had to make sure that I take that time. As you all know, Tea Time with Tracey, you all know this is originated, come about from the book that I've written, Unbreakable Bond. As you see in the right-hand corner, there's just a little emblem. I've written a book called An Unbreakable Bond, The Ultimate Mother and Daughter Relationship. As you all know, I have a magnificent relationship with my daughter. I'm grateful, thankful to God for that. And I do my best to make sure that I level up when it comes down to being there for my daughter. I only have one birth child. I have many young ladies that call me mom, and many young ladies that I consider to be a daughter to, spiritually, as a mentor, just in general. But my daughter, that's my blood daughter, and I am so proud of this young lady. So proud of the wife that she is, the mother that she is, and just the daughter that she is. And I'm here with her in her home with her and her husband, and they have such an awesome unit. Oh, there go my number one fan. My sister Cynthia is there. Hello, Thelma. Good to see you. Good to see you, sis. Good to see you. I just want to let y'all know on tonight, I wanted to do viewer's choice. I have been getting I get a lot of inboxes, y'all. I'm so excited on what the Lord is doing with me with Tea Time with Tracey. I know that there are many people out there that have their lives, and everyone is doing their thing, and I'm grateful God is just blessing because we are out here on this social media. It has a lot of people use social media on a negative, but that's not what we do here with Tea Time with Tracey. Here we try to encourage. We're here, we come together to encourage one another, to admire, and to assist each other, and to help build our bonds with one another, create unbreakable bonds with our husbands, with our children, with our daughters, with our spouses. That's what we do here. Good to see you, Cousin Keisha. Please leave your comments. I need you all, do me a huge favor. I need you to share on your pages. It's important that you share. Why? Because when we have, it is, this live is viewer based live. It's all about our discussions, our interaction. I try not to do my lives where you just hear me talking. A lot of people do that, to each his own. But my thing is, this is the place where we come together, where we are helpers of one another. Everyone there are facing so many different issues relating to their relationship, or mother and daughter relationship, mother and sons, grandparents, whatever the matter is relating to relationship. We know that relationships are important. We are better together. No man is an island. We can't live this life. We can't make it by ourselves. We need each other, helpers of one another. And if that means that we can have these discussions and we can be transparent with one another and share with each other, then that's what we do. And so what it is that um, I happen to I happen to come on. I haven't been on in a little while, but I am back now, and I just want you all to join in with me, and let's see what will come of this. Um, but I wanted to say this. I'm just so glad to see you all. So glad to see you all. And again, like I said, we have this discussion where we have a discussion and everyone is interacting. But while I am talking, if there's something that you like to talk about, feel free to write it in your comment. Be feel free to comment, and we'll take it from there. That's what I'm saying. Viewers' choice on today, because there's sometimes that people have matters that they want to talk about, and and they have no outlet, or sometimes you may have people in your world who are not the best when it come down to giving advice. And I'm not saying that I'm the best, but I'm not by myself. It is all of us. I'm saying your response, my response, collectively somebody's going to say something that's going to be a help to someone. And so this is what we do here, with Tea Time with Tracey. Most of the time when you say spill the tea, that's something that somebody do on a negative, but nothing we do here is negative. Everything we do here is on a positive note. And so I ask you all to make sure that you share on your page, and make sure that the people come in, and let's get this thing going. Now, I have received, I just wanted to bring up two matters. I think I'm going to do that. I had a young man reach out to me, and he asked me if I would have the topic matter on what do you do when your spouse, whom you live with, was to stay out all night. Yes. How do you handle that? Like, is that okay? Staying out if it's not work. We're adults, we're grown, we have a relationship, we have a family. What are you doing staying out all night? That was one topic. I'm just putting it out there. And he says, that's enough to cause, it makes you wonder about the seriousness of the relationship and about the seriousness of the marriage. Like, what is a married person doing staying out all night? Hmm. Especially if it's not work related, even if it's just for whatever the case is, going out. What is he doing staying out all night? And so I hope he come on because he wants to really get an answer to that. And I don't know if that's going to be the topic matter. I have a viewer that asked me about grandparenting. It says, when is it okay? What did she say? I gotta find that one. Is it okay to say no? Like, when is enough? Like, how much, when do you say, when do you cut yourself off from, say, knowing that when to say, okay, I've done my part, enough is enough? Because I don't think they was asking me that. Hey, Shanna, good to see you. And I was like, okay, wait a minute, hold up. I just feel like this. You do what you do because that's what you want to do. And you don't want to do it again, or you don't want to do it anymore. You just don't do it. That's it. You don't have to create an issue over the matter. Now, also, okay, so like I said, I've been away for a while, and so I've had several inboxes on different matters. So if there's an issue that y'all like to discuss, today is the day where we're doing viewers' choice, meaning that the viewers decide the topic matter of discussion. Because, like I said, what we do here with Tea Time with Tracey, this is an outlet, this is a forum, this is a place of discussion where we come together and help one another. Because the question that you have is going to be a help to someone else that comes along the way, because most of my topic matters has come from the inboxes that I have received. But I'm asking you all to share, share, share. Some ask about, they were good to see you, Doreen. I like to also acknowledge those as they're coming in. And so I know I've been out for a little while, as you all know. Again, I'm enjoying my granddaughter and my grandson. I'm here with my daughter, helping her along the way, her and her husband, and I'm super duper excited. I love my grands. I am a granny, and I love it, and I'm grateful. I am thankful, and that's what it is. So listen, let's talk. Let's talk. Talk to me. Talk to me. Can I get some hearts? You all know I love my hearts. I love my hearts. So if y'all waiting for me to give you a topic, I was expecting a topic from the viewers on tonight. I can. Let me see. Should I pull up one? I was asked. Let's see. Some of them I put in order, some of them I did not. But I was hoping I can get something from you all. Jasmine, Cynthia, Thelma, Shanna, come on, throw me a topic, and let's take it from there. Because I have, like I said, I have. Let me go to my notes. I've taken some meeting new people at a mature age that are self-sufficient. Ah, the difficult meeting new people at a mature age that are self-sufficient. Okay, that's good. Well, it's kind of actually, sometimes it's a little, it's a little, it's a little hard. That's a message that Jasmine asking, and you from YouTube. I got a question. YouTube was saying that she find it difficult. Is that what you're saying? You find it difficult meeting new people at a mature age that are self sufficient. Because remember, like I said, we were talking about let's get a topic, try to get a topic going. Um, Thank you, Jasmine, for that. Is that what you're saying? No, I can't. I'm trying to figure out if that's what you're saying, that you find it difficult meeting new people at a mature age that are self sufficient. Um, that's a good, could be a topic. Is there anyone else out there? Um, because we it's all about. She said yes, yes, finding it difficult to meet new people at a mature age. It can be difficult, especially for we Christian believe. Well, I don't know if I want to go there because that's a really it's very difficult. Um, Especially when you are a women and men of God, and you're going about doing the kingdom work, and you have a standard, and you have a standard that you must set, and you must live your life according to the word, and it is difficult at times to meet mature people. Uh, Out there. But on the other note, I think sometimes, she said it's a deep topic. Yes, it is a deep topic. Um, because remember, I know that's a topic that can be discussed. Like what you're asking, like, what do we do? Where do we go? Or how do we handle meeting mature people like this? You know, um, because we want to create relationships. We want to have those types of relationships, but it's very difficult to meet someone. Um, I think that it's sometimes it's about the place that we have to, when we go on about doing the work of the Lord, and God knows what our needs are, and He knows how to bring to us what's for us. I'm a stickler. I do believe that. Um, uh, that He's told us, He said, I'll supply all of your needs. And so if there's no one in our world at this particular time that we can find ourselves, right, if we find ourselves, I believe that, um, well, I hear you. Jasmine says, of all of it, we are past the club phase. Yes, we're living a whole different. We especially when we live in this life, because this life we live in the Christian life, so we don't do things like we used to do. It's a whole different type, a whole different place that we're in, and so yes, we want to make sure that that we consider the company that we keep, and we have to be set a standard for ourselves. And the okey doke is no longer doesn't fly with us, not at this age and not at this stage. But even for the younger person who's in the Lord, you just continue to do the work of the Lord and know that God will not withhold any good thing from us. If we don't have spouses, if we don't have anyone specific in our life that is going to be, as we quote unquote, level up, maybe perhaps because we don't need them at this time. And I'm a firm believer, I really do. I've come to that conclusion that when God says, I will supply all your need, that's in the whole spectrum. That's in every aspect, every area of my life. If I don't have it, it's because He believed that I don't need it specifically for this time. Now, someone else may not agree with me on that, but I believe when you, especially when you want to be in God's will, and so God's will is what I want, the will of God for my life. And if that is for me to have a marriage, then I will have it because that is His will for me. And not to take away, because I mean, everybody says, well, all marriages aren't ordained of God. Well, marriage, the institution of marriage is ordained of God. Okay, now who you choose, are you making that choice by the will of God, or is that your choice? That's the differentiation between what's survival and what's ordained of God. Some marriages are just partnerships because people leveled up and decided to just be a partner and accomplish what they need to accomplish. But whether that's a marriage based on the will of God, can't say. But I do believe that marriage should be ordained of God. The person that you marry, the person that you're with, it is ordained of God. You didn't think of it that way, Thelma? Yeah, I had to come to that conclusion because I really believe that I don't know how I get on this, but I mean I was married. I was married once before. I was married at 21 years old. I didn't know a thing about what I was doing. My reasoning for getting married was so that at the time, the way it was, I wanted to leave my parents' home. You had to be married to leave their home. Some people marry for different reasons, and so therefore, if I'm whatever you're marrying that person normally for, it will show itself. And love is not enough because that's feelings, and that change. Yes, I'm telling you, like I believe I was married, divorced, engaged before. And so I believe that I can speak on those matters because these are things that I've experienced and I've learned along the way. I've seen where I erred at. I've seen my way of thinking. I've seen um, how what people say, oh, how can you speak about marriage if you're not married? Duh. Yes, exactly. Thank you, Thelma. Yeah, God will supply all your needs, even in that area. Yes, I believed that when you go into a marriage with a reason, ultimatums, um, 9 out of 10, or you having doubt, 9 out of 10, it will show itself down the road. If someone married you because they were forced or because to quiet you up, or you'd be surprised what people get married for, and you can see it in their life. You can see it in their life. You can see sometimes when who loves who more than the other. You can see when there's an imbalance. You can see also when a couple is a real unit. Don't get me wrong. With marriage, you have it where um, you're two people. You're a man and a woman, and you have a man thinks one way. We were talking the other day, my son-in-law and my daughter, and we says women speak on their feelings, not on their thought. Not on women would say what they're feeling, not what they're thinking, and men would say what they're thinking and not what they're feeling. Yeah, women would say what they're feeling over than what they're thinking, and men would say what they're thinking over than what they're feeling. And sometimes those are conflicts. It become a conflict situation because while the woman is speaking on her feeling, the man is speaking on his thinking, and so the woman construe or get confused in what she is hearing. The woman is hearing the thoughts of a man, not his feeling, and the man is hearing the feeling of the woman and not her thoughts. And where he's expecting to hear from her is her thoughts. And what she's expecting to hear from him is his feelings. And therefore, when you are communicating with one another, there becomes a battle in the conversation because each person is receiving what they are hearing according to how they process. And so that's what happened. Oh, good to see you, Unique. Oh my goodness, this is another one of my daughters. I call her. I love you. I'm so proud of you, Unique. I'm so proud of you. Continue doing what you're doing. I believe God is going to bless you abundantly. Stay the course. Stay focused. Stay motivated. Keep doing what you're doing. God has not forgotten you. He has not forgotten you. You're going to do well. So keep doing what you do. I'm so proud of you. But yeah, so but I believe that when it comes down to marriage, like I believe that everyone, women, most women desire to be married, and most women desire to be married. I believe it is the most beautiful thing. I think every woman should, at some point, at one point in their life, should have had someone thought enough of them to say, I'm willing to marry you. And not just say, I'm willing to do it, but go through the process. You can have a collection of rings. Many women say, I was asked to be, this guy asked me, that guy asked me, but at the end of the day, did you ever make it to the altar? Did you ever make it to the altar? Everyone desire. Good to see you, Tanisha. Everyone desire to be married, but just because you desire it doesn't mean you're supposed to marry the first Joe Schmo that comes along. Good to see you, Demetrius. Good to see you. Please share. We're just talking here. This is like I didn't put a topic up. This was viewer's choice, and one of the matters that I came up with that we were talking about uh, uh, is that we're talking about marriage right now. This is one of the topics. My viewer in YouTube was stating that finding mature people um, at this stage, and we were talking about being in the faith, women of God, and meeting someone. And I was just saying that I was speaking about when it comes down to relationships. A lot of times, this is where I'm going to say that men, when women, I was a conversation I was having with my daughter and her husband. Oh my good to see oh my goodness, my administrator, Alicia. Can you comment? I hope you're not just passing through. I need to know that you're specifically here. Can you give me a comment? So I was saying that, do you all believe that it is true that women speak on what they feel, not on what they're thinking? And men speak on what they're thinking and not on what they feel. And when we're communicating, that's where the conflict comes in at. And we're trying to build unbreakable bonds. Oh, yes, you're here. I'm glad to see you. Congratulations on my beautiful Gianna. Did I say it right? Gianna? Or is it Gianni? Gianna. Beautiful, beautiful. This is my one of my administrators. She is on, and she had a beautiful little girl. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Her and my daughter, and so many births that was taking place in our ministry. In each location, we have several locations. We had a birth in North Carolina. We had a birth in New Jersey. We had a birth in Pennsylvania. We had a birth in New York. We are a ministry that is growing, a ministry that I belong to. But oh yes, Gianna, she's so beautiful. So I'm doing viewer's choice. I didn't talk to you today, but we're doing viewer's choice on tonight. I have received a couple of inboxes, and just tonight, one of the YouTube timers, had made mention about meeting mature people. I'm finding it difficult to find self-sufficient mature people at this age and this level. And I was just talking about in general, on all levels. Young women, we're in the Lord, we live in a different life. We past the club phases. It's difficult out there. But I was saying that I believe that what God has for us is for us. And if we don't have them, it's because we don't need them at this time. There's something that God is working out in our life. I do believe what the scripture said, that he said, I will supply all your need. And so I've come to the realization that I've accepted that I don't have a husband is because right now, at this present time, the Lord doesn't see fit for me to have one. Now, it doesn't take away or negate from that there weren't opportunities for me to have been married, but I believe that nothing is by accident or incident, but everything is by God's divine order. And so we have to understand that something can come your way, but doesn't specifically mean it's for this time. We have to be built up. I also believe, you hear me, I keep saying I, because remember, there's no, this is just my opinion, my perception, but it's all open for discussion. There's something that someone out there can say on what I'm speaking about. Let's talk. Let's talk. Um, so I was saying that I believe that, I came on, yeah, just so y'all know, I came on at 8:30. I came on at 8:30. Then I come on at 8 o'clock. I was late. Would y'all know I took a nap because I'm on grandma duty, as I says, and I watched my granddaughter at night, and so I take a nap during the day. And I said, well, I got to do my tea time with Tracey, and guess what? I slept past 8 o'clock. I said, okay, I'm not as young as I used to be, honey. Honey, I tip my hat up to you, young ladies. I tip my hat up to you, cause honey, I I be sleepy during the day, so I have to get my nap. I take a nap when the baby take a nap. I'm starting to do. Oh my goodness. Anyway, so my administrator put it up. She says, "Marriage matures you. Don't think you will find someone who has it all from the gate." Yes, that's a good one right there. A lot of times, young ladies or women in general, and this is something my daughter used to always say. Matter of fact, I love when I'm with my children because we have these types of discussions too. I don't know why I don't just go ahead on and use the topics that I be talking to them about. But my son-in-law, we were saying that very thing, that a lot of times women miss out because they're looking for the man to have it all together out the gate. And like Jasmine was saying, self-sufficient. Sometimes, but then again, how do you know how long? Good to see you, cuz. Good to see you. How long do you know that are you supposed to wait for them to level up? Do you stick it out with them? What do you do? How do you know to what extent do you walk, you work it out? Let me just say it like this. Because we were talking about meeting, when you're meeting someone. Um, hey, listen, you guys, did you get your tea? You see my mug? Let me know if y'all want to start getting the orders on it, because I'll start placing orders for you. I'm going to let you know exactly what the course is. I keep saying I'm going to put it up, but I will. But hello, Chantel. Good to see you. And so I know I desire, like I said, I desire to be married, but I do believe that there ought to be a standard. I do believe that. I believe we gotta have, when you have faith, and this is my real feeling. I'm like, how come if we believe that God got us and protect us and will make sure that no harm come our way. Now, don't get me wrong. The weapons may form, but they will never prosper. But I gotta believe that God is not gonna let something come my way that's gonna be harmful to me. When I'm in His will, when I make my own choice, I see that what happens is a lot of times we make the choice over allowing God making the choice for us. Jazz, Alicia said, people amaze me. They all these what they say, what is it? They all these credentials, and then they don't have anything to bring to the table. Oh, they want all these credentials, and then they don't have anything to bring to the table. Oh, that's a good one. And this is that was one of our topics. One of my topics I was going to put up there was, when you meet let me tell you exactly what the topic was. It was, when you meet, this is what we said. What happens when you meet the image but not the qualifications? I guess that's going to be the topic. How about we go ahead and do that one? That was supposed to have been the topic on October 28th, but we got sidetracked or something. But can you write that in? What happens when you meet the image but not the qualifications? And that's another thing. See, what happens is we be wanting spouses and marriages, and we have the image of it, but we really don't meet the qualifications. Women saying, "Oh, he got to be this, he got to be that." You want this man to, yeah, Jasmine's laughing. Yeah, you meet the image, but not the qualifications. That's pretty much what Alicia's saying. People amaze me. They want all these credentials and then they don't have anything to bring to the table, which means you meet the image, but not the qualifications. You know, how you gonna look for something that you're not? How you gonna expect somebody to be something that you're not? How you gonna talk about houses, cars? I mean, you know, he's got to have a house. He got to have this. He got, and you know, I don't know. I don't know. I just feel like my thing is okay. A bishop always said, find somebody to build with. That's good too. But on the other hand, it is good to be able to know that um, to thy own self will I be true. You know, you know you normally attract what you are. Ooh, my cousin said, when they meet the image and not the qualifications, that means you've been catfished. Because some people get caught like that. You know, I was watching this comical comedian. And he says he was talking about not to change the subject, but he was talking about makeup, and he was saying that you know he's tired of bringing ladies home and they the MAC makeup that they wear. He says, and when he wake up in the morning, that's a different person than what he's seen that he met. And so he said he's ready to sue the makeup company because these women are coming to him looking one way and leaving another way. Alicia says, I find people who are not good with transition, change, and growth don't do good in relationships. Ooh, ooh, wait, hold up. I find people who are not good with transition, change, and growth don't do good in relationships. Ah, that's interesting. That's interesting. That's interesting. Or some yeah, because you know what that puts you in a stagnated place, and you become one sided. Like when it comes down to a lot of times true. You know, when you're in a relationship, you have to be able to change. You have to be able to grow. You know, relationships does not stay one level. Relationship changes as it goes because people change as they go. You shouldn't be the same way. I'm 53. I shouldn't be thinking, moving, acting, speaking the way I did when I was 21. So that's in your marriage. If you get married, whatever age you get married in, by the time as the years progress, that man shouldn't be expecting to see you the same way he was when he met you at the altar. He ought to know and expect that there's going to be change. Now, you don't forget the woman, you don't forget the man or the woman that you married at that altar, but you ought to know that there ought to be change. Yes, relationships change because people change, and there ought to be an expectation of change, but change for the better, not for the worse. And what happens, they'll be like, "Oh, you changed." People say, "Oh, you changed. You changed." Yes, dearie, I met you. We've been friends 5 years now. Do you really expect me to be the same Tracey that you met 5 years ago? If you do, then there's something wrong with that because I should have changed. And if I haven't, you ought to check me and say, hey, girl, you still doing that? You still doing that? She said, doesn't have to be limited to intimate relationship, friendships. Well, exactly. Exactly. Now, see, exactly. Our friendship, oh, this is really good. This is really good. I think that it's important for there to be change. You know, we should want to change. And when you care for someone and when you ought to see them in a better light and we ought to be helpers of one another and knowing that our relationships are important. You know, what I want for you, you ought to want for me. That's how it should be. That's how it should be. And a lot of times you get to see the real true friendship in that area because if you my friend, I shouldn't want less for you. I should want more or better for you. I should want you to see you better. I should want to see you have more. I should want, you know, and you should want the same for me. If you don't, there's a problem with that picture. There's a problem with that picture. My dearest friend Jasmine is on right now. We've been friends for over 30 years. She's seen me grow in leaps and bounds. I've seen her grow in leaps and bounds. We were talking the other day, and I was like saying both our daughters are married. Both our daughters got married without children. That was something that we had desired. We prayed that prayer. We didn't have all the answers. We didn't do everything right, but there were things that that we hoped to have seen for our children, and we are grateful to be able to see that. Jasmine said, "Yeah, you and I had constant flow of positive change, and we are so proud of each other." Exactly. Yes, we are. Alicia said, "That's the real victory in relationships, when you stick with someone and see their growth and transformation." Exactly, and that's what Jazz said. It's true. I've gone from listen. We were friends where we went through a time period in our life, and I'm gonna bring it up, Jazz, where we were dear friends. Her pay period her pay period was the pay period that I needed, and my pay period was the pay period she needed. And we were no longer. I was divorced. She was divorced. But we were dear friends. And so she was like, I was like, girl, my bills is this, and she's like, my bills are that. I said, I wish my pay period, your pay period. So she said, why don't we do this? She said, you know what? She said, I'll look out for you. Your pay period become my pay period. My pay period become your pay period. So what we would do is, when I get paid, I would give her my pay, and she'll take care of all her matters. When she got paid, she would give me her pay, and I'll take care of all my. And we were never behind. We were never late with our rent. We were never late. Our house. We ran our homes appropriate. She took care of her house. I took it. We were friends like that. We had each other back like that. And until we were able to, then of course we were able to get positions and our jobs changes and things like that. But it helped us to level up, and we didn't have to go to family and people, like nobody had to know our hardships, because we made sure that we handle our affairs, and we were single parents. With Alicia, Jasmine wrote, you and I had right. We had a concert for. Oh, good to see my. It's good to see my mentors on Wanza. Good to see you. Yeah. And so we were that type of friends. Now, I don't know if people have those type of friends today, but we was accountable to each other, and we knew to if I was there for her and she was there for me. So it was like, okay, girl, now Trey, okay, yeah, I get paid on such a day. So I said, yeah, good. So I'm gonna take care of this. I'm gonna take care of that. And we literally survived uh, like that, handle our affairs. And then, of course, like I said, time went on, our jobs change and things change and stuff like that. But that's what we needed for that moment. She was a mother of a daughter. I'm a mother of a daughter. Her daughter's 4 years older than my daughter, and we were friends like that. And we was like, we didn't want. Let me see what Alicia said. Need friends to hold you accountable and know exactly. Need friends to hold you accountable and no judgment. And that's exactly where we were. Even in my marriage, when I was going through difficult times, in marriage, you go through. In my marriage, and I will call her. She was the friend where she never said, oh, Kevin better do so and so, or, she never came at me about. She just said, Trey, what do you need? Okay, what you need? Just tell me what you need. All right, tell me what y'all need. That was her thing. Tell me what you need. I don't want to hear y'all. You good? Everything is okay. Okay, what do you? Okay, and that's how it was. It was never about getting to, oh, well, you need to this or you need to that. We weren't those types. We didn't do that. You know, it wasn't a judgment. Family did, but not my friend. Um, Alicia says, I know I am a better person because of my accountable friends. That's, yes, you need friends to be that are accountable friends. And everybody is not like that, because some people, believe it or not, um, some people just not like that. They'll let you be all out there. And then they'll call you their friend, but they'll let you be all out there. They don't even try to set you straight or try to. So anyway, that I like that. Need friends to hold you accountable and no judgment. Yes, 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 yes. And so I'm just glad you are here with me on tonight. We were just chatting. But I think what I said was, you know, um, I like what you're saying, Alicia. Alicia, you're very engrossed in the conversation tonight. Thank you. I miss you. I really did miss you. Um, so we just this is like viewers talk. We just chatting with one another. But going back to the marriage thing, I like I said, I desire to be married, and I think every woman should have had that opportunity to know that a man thought enough of them to say that I want to marry you. You know, to put your to be in a relationship, you want to know he think enough of you to do that. Um, Thank you. My dearest friend, there she is. She's on YouTube. She said, my concern was your well being and will always be your well being. That's what we were. We were that type of friends about being concerned about each other's well being. And so we were accountable to each other. We made sure that's what friends do. That's what friends do. Friends look out for each other, but friends make you accountable, and friends do not make a judgment call on you. You don't have the answers. You know, and another thing too, like a lot of times people will tell you, I don't believe when you're in a marriage that people should tell you to leave. I don't think that if there's issues, because like I said, marriages changes, things happen along the way. If the man ain't beating you, that's one thing I tell you. If a man is beating you, honey, I don't recommend a woman to stay in a marriage if a man is putting his hands on you, because if he does that, he's not thinking of you. He does not see you as himself, because you're not going to beat up on yourself. So you need to see your wife like you see yourself. If you can beat your wife, then you're beating yourself. So I don't believe in physical altercations. Now you can argue, scream to the tip top of your lungs, but don't ever lay hands on each other, because when you go to that extent, then you have crossed the line. You cross major lines now, because with anything, of course, you're going to have differences of opinion, different feelings, but I don't think that you should ever get to a point where you have to feel like you want to do physical harm to one another. And I'm not saying that people haven't, people don't, and people, I mean, a lot of people done it and survived it, but that's a whole nother another whole nother situation there. But I that's my thought pattern. I believe that anything that you love and that you care, you're not going to beat it down physically or emotionally. But that's my thought pattern. uh, Alicia said, "Oh no, don't put hands on me." Majority of us are from the ghetto. Oh, facts, facts. But I believe that you do get a chance to express. You ought to be able to express your feelings and your thoughts. But that's what I was saying about men and women. Um, Good evening, India. Good to see you. That women speak their feelings, not their thoughts. Men speak their thoughts and not their feelings. And so we have to understand that when we're in our relationships with our spouses, or and just in general, that men speak their thoughts and not their feelings. Women speak their feelings and not their thoughts. And so when you're doing that, understand that you sometimes the miscommunication comes. It's not even a miscommunication, it's how you perceive the conversation. It's not a miscommunication. It's how you perceive the conversation. If you understand the way that each other function, then that makes the relationship a lot better. But when you just jump off on what's happening at that moment, you miss the mark. And so we have to be very mindful in our relationships, especially husbands and wives, when we're communicating with each other. We have to understand that when we're communicating, who's communicating and what they're communicating. So if your husband is sitting here saying, you know what, babe, I need you to be more on point with taking care of this house. And so you and your woman, most women in their feelings will be like, oh, what you're trying to say, I don't take care of the house, I'm not clean, you all in that. No, he's looking at, his thought is order. He's saying that he's seeing things out of order. He's thinking, if the house is not taken care of, things are out of order. Let me see what Alicia said. I think the miscommunication comes in with the interpretation. Exactly. And so he associating it as order. So you're in your feelings. You're thinking that he's saying that you're not clean. You know, that's the miscommunication. Men speak on his thoughts, women speak on her feelings. And so now you got an argument going because you're thinking the man thinking that you're not clean because a few things are order. And the man is thinking that that's not his thought. He's just saying, let's keep this house in order, keep things in order, right? And and so we have to understand the communication part. India said miscommunication comes from the tone sometimes. Um, because we always say it's not what you say, it's how you say a thing. But I remember my bishop. Yeah, I love my bishop. Bishop Archie, I'll make it just a second. I remember one time I think I said that to him. He said, Tracy, that don't make he says, what? He said, so if somebody say, I'ma kill you, I'ma kill you, I'ma kill you, you know, you you believe, okay, that's one tone. Someone says, I'ma kill you. I'm really gonna kill you. Guess what? That person said that same words, whether the tone was strong, whether the tone was light, it's the same words. So sometimes we miss that also when we think about that the tone. It doesn't have to, it's what is being said. Are we really listening to what is being said over the fact of the tone? Because we can't, a yell is a yell. Whether somebody's screaming help loud or screaming help soft and low, the word is help. I don't know if that makes sense. So I don't know about really just going according to the tone. I mean, I think it just draws the attention. It makes you be more attentive with being said, depending on how it's being said. Sometimes you draw attention, you get more of a understanding or the depth of what is being said. It's like the tone makes you draws you the attention, but it doesn't necessarily mean that that's what regarding communication. At least that's how I see it. Because like I said, it's just like a kid. You said, I'm gonna use you, Alicia. Gabe, don't touch that. Gabe, don't touch that. Gabe, don't touch. Gabe, don't touch that. When you scream it, then Gabe gets his attention, but you still said the same words. I'm sorry. I'm cracking up because I can see Alicia. I can probably see it. So I'm just saying, that's how that goes. So I think that we need to, let me see what Wanza said. There are nice nasties that never raised their voice. Yes, I think I was master of the nice nasty. I could say some things that will hurt you to the core and be very nice about it. Go right for the juggler and be very nice about it. So, um, but what they say can kill your soul. Exactly. Exactly. Boop. Exactly. So that's what I say about the communication. Women speak on their feelings and men speak on their thoughts. But whatever you are saying is what Wanza says. What you say can kill your person's soul. So Jasmine said it was her looks, not her words. That can hurt. But what you can say is, so when you're communicating in your relationship, we ought to consider yourself in a communication. That's one of the ultimates, I believe. Consider yourself and you're communicating. Consider yourself. Would you want those words to be spoken to you? If you know that your wife is doing all that she can, husbands, why would you say something to your wife that you know is going to be detrimental, that you know is going to kill her soul? If you're thinking If your thoughts are, you know what, that's out of order, instead of saying, babe, I see these things are out of order. Let me help you out. What's the difference? That's a huge difference between acknowledging something out of order and finding an answer to help bring things in order. That changed the whole dynamics. You, wife, if you're saying to your husband, if you're saying to your husband, um, babe, you know, hey Tracy, good to see you. If you're saying to your husband, um, you're telling your husband, um, why I gotta always tell you, why I always gotta tell you to take the trash out. You a man. I don't have to tell you to take trash. If you have to do that, if you speak to them, if you're doing that, then you have to. Uh, right, exactly. Jasmine says not because you can mean you should. Um, you ought to consider, like I said, when you're speaking to each other, you have to consider each other. And so if your husband is nonchalant about taking the garbage out, you in your feelings, he's in his thought. What's she saying? That, oh, she's looking at me as not, um, you're telling him about the garbage, but he's doing so many other things. You have to let him know, babe, this is what's important to me. I need to see you do this. This is what's important to me. When you do this, this helps me. This takes away from me. This takes away the stress from me. This takes away from when you explain, because see, man thinks. So when you lay out to him your thoughts, then he can understand you. But when you laying out to him your feelings, he don't understand that. So he don't understand what's the big problem with the garbage. You have to let him know this is a part of the order. You like order. I like to see things in order. And this is what makes this order right here is for me. You understand? So you have to be able to level that out. Um, you have to be able to level. Wands 11. I'm definitely guilty of this at times. I've never heard the term nice nasty. Nice nasty. Yes, and so you have to be able to level it out, because the thing about, like I said, women speak their feelings, men speak their thoughts, and that's where the miscommunication comes in at. That's where the conflict comes in at. Women speak their thoughts, men speaks their no, men speaks their thoughts, women speaks their feelings. And a lot of times your feelings change and you lose out because you're all in your feelings. You can create a whole situation because you're in your feelings. Remember, a man don't talk about his feelings. You want him to, but he normally speak about his thoughts. And so when you say, you ask him, what are you thinking? Because you're going to ask him, what are you feeling? Because he's not going to tell you what he's feeling. Most of the time, men don't tell you what they feel. They're telling you what they're thinking. Now, if you ask them, what are you feeling? What do you feel about this? Like, what do you get? Can you tune into your feelings? That's a different ball game, you know. But right off the bat, men most of the time, their thoughts, they're speaking to you on their thoughts, not their feelings. Because for them to get into their feelings, that's a whole nother place. Because now you're telling them to take the time to dig down, and men is kind of like surface. That's why men, what they go by the visual, what they, the thought process, they're very visual. That's why I say, man, woman got to look good. This, men are visual. We are more into the depths. We go past the physical. We go past the visual. We go into the depths. We want to see the depths of the man. And we have that eye. We can tap into them if we look close enough. When we look, because that's how we do. So, this was a good one tonight. I know this is random talk. Random talk. I'm glad you all tuned in with me on tonight. But I'm gonna come back again. I'm still here with my daughter, so I've been kind of like focused on grandmahood. I've been dealing, grandma. That's my I'm loving being a grandma. I have a grandson and I have a beautiful granddaughter. My granddaughter is absolutely gorgeous. And guess what? She loves me. She loves me already. I'm such a happy grandma. Yes, I am. Yes, 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 yes. And so let's just say this real quick. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's remember when we're communicating. This is where the topic wound up going tonight. When we're communicating, we have to remember and how we, that when we are speaking to one another, and that we must consider that what we are saying is that how it's being perceived. Normally, the man speaks from his thoughts and a woman speaks from her feelings. That's the norm. Thank you, Jasmine. Yes, my grandbabies, they are perfect. Absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. My daughter put a picture up of both of them, and she already looking up at her brother. It's so adorable, so adorable. But yes, like I said, I be on grandma duty, y'all. I do the night shift because when I leave, I figure let me do the night shift so that they can get good sleep while I am here. They don't have to worry about getting up and dealing with the baby. So when I leave, they will be back onto their routine. At least while I was here, they was able to get some good night's sleep. So that's my hope in being an asset, being a blessing to my grandchildren, to my children, is to be available to them. Although it leaves me poop during the daytime because she wakes up like twice in the middle of the night. She's been doing really good though lately, But when she's up, she looks at me as we say, "Okay, Grandma, so what we doing?" I'm like, "Little girl, it's 3 o'clock in the morning," and she looks at me like she wants us to sing songs or what I don't have no problem doing. But she'd be like, "Okay, so what we doing, Grandma? It's 3 o'clock, but what we getting ready to do?" I mean, wide eyed, and she looking, eyes wide open. I just love it. I just love it. And I'm like, "Oh my goodness, little mama, it's 3 o'clock in the morning. You had your bottle, you burped, your pamper be changed. It's time to go to sleep." And she'd just be looking and looking and looking. I said, "Oh, so precious." So precious. So that's what I do. That's why I'm here. I'm here to be a help. And we have to be a helper to one another in any way that we can. Let's be thoughtful. Let's be considerate. Let's consider each other. Listen, y'all, it is we're in the year 2020, November. We're getting ready to go into the year 2021. Can y'all believe it? This has been some year. But I tell you, I think that it's been a great year to some and not so great to others. But thanks be to God, we are here. We are here. And we're going to go into 2021 real soon. So I'm not going to be before you long. I'm getting ready to go now. I just thank you for tuning in with Tea Time with Tracey. I appreciate each and every one of you, but I will have a topic of discussion coming on next Monday. Um, you can believe that. And I will probably pop in from time to time. We've been coming on with my grandson. I'm going to be bringing my granddaughter on soon. Yes, I'm going to make sure I tell the parents that I got some videos that I want to put up of her. But anyway, thank you all for tuning in with Tea Time with Tracey. I appreciate each and every one of you. If you'd like to be a blessing to Tea Time with Tracey, you're always welcome to do that. All you have to do is cash app $ for Tea Time. We welcome all of your contributions. It will always be a blessing. If you're interested in getting a copy of my book, An Unbreakable Bond, The Ultimate Mother and Daughter Relationship, you are welcome to do that. All you have to do is go to my website. That is www.tracyhines.com. Just that simple. I have my ebook there. I have my book where I can mail you an autographed copy. The holidays are coming. There would definitely be a great holiday gift. You'll also be able to, you will be able to do, I'm going to do the mugs. You'll be able to get your mugs. The mugs will be $15. I believe I may be a little cheaper. I'll let you know because I think I did it wrong. No, it's not 15. It's not. It's way under that. It's way under that. But I'll let you all know. I'm going to put that out in a moment. But stick with me. Do not leave me. We are better together, guys. I appreciate each and every one of you. We are growing. Do you all know when we're on here? Just to let you know, do you know you have some fans who are watching you, you are being a help to over in Australia, in Africa, uh, Poland. We have fans all over in India. I'm yes, yes. So please continue to follow me. I want to eventually. I want to start calling you guys in. I have some T-shirts that's going to be coming soon. I'm working with Tracey Lee Creations. She's magnificent and what she does. And so, look, there's a lot of things getting ready to jump off, but I need you all to stick with me. You have been with me. I am not new to this, but I am definitely true to this. I have been here over a year now, and you all have been such a mighty blessing. And let's do this. Let's do this. And I appreciate you. I appreciate each and every one of you. So thank you for tuning in with Tea Time with Tracey. I'm about to sign off, but if anyone, when you get to the replay, please make sure you hit pound replay so that I know that you're here. But before I go, as it is my custom, one of the relationships, out of all the relationships you can have, no relationship is greater than the relationship that you will have with our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. And so I recommend to each and every one of you, if you have not accepted Him as Lord and Savior, I suggest that you do that today. And how you do that, according to Romans 10 and 9, yes. Oh, okay. Um, One of the ways you do that, the Bible says in Romans 10 and 9, if you confess with your mouth and believe in your heart that the Lord Jesus Christ died for you and God rose Him up, you shall be saved. And so all you have to do is just say, accept Him today into your life. And all you have to do is say, Lord Jesus, come into my life. I repent of my sins. I need you to be Lord and Savior of my life. Create in me a clean heart and renew the right spirit within me. I believe that you died for me on Calvary. I believe you traded places with me and redeemed me back to the Father. I believe in your death, your burial, and your resurrection. I accept you as my Lord and Savior on tonight. If you have done that, guess what? You are saved. Just like that. You are saved. And guess what? The heavens are rejoicing. And if the heavens are rejoicing, we here at Tea Time with Tracey are also rejoicing with you. And so I recommend that you find yourself a Bible-based church. And if you haven't found one, you're always welcome to attend the church that I attend, and that is Full Effect Gospel Ministries, where the founder and bishop is General Overseer Bishop R.T.L. McGinnis II, and our First Lady is Lady Dr. Cynthia McGinnis. They teach us the Word, they built us up in faith, and we are going forward in the Lord. And all you have to do is go to our website, www.effect900.com. Okay, so you all have a pleasant evening. I'm signing off. Thank you for tuning in with Tea Time with Tracey. I am your host, Tracey Hines, and I look forward to seeing you on next Monday. But I also have something called Morning Tea that I come to you on Mondays, Thursdays, and Fridays. So look forward to seeing you then. And don't forget to tune in. And again, if you like to be a blessing to Tea Time with Tracey, you are definitely, follow my podcast. I do have a podcast. I am on Apple, iTunes, I'm on Spotify, and a couple of other of the outlets. So you're definitely welcome to follow me on my podcast. You will find my morning tea on there. But if you also like to be a blessing to Tea Time with Tracey, you're most certainly welcome to do that. You're always welcome to do that via Cash App. All you have to do is send $, the number 4, Tea Time. And that's it, TEATIME. The number 4, $, the number 4, TEATIME. That's all you have to do. So again, I'll see you all next week. God bless you all. Thank you for tuning in with Tea Time with Tracey, and have a wonderful evening. God bless you. It's Tea Time with Tracey. Tea Time with Tracey.